Be careful who you let into your inner circle. What's poppin', and let's get right to it. Now, it's so important to be thoughtful and to be careful of who you allow into your space as a friend, connection, whatever type of situation it is. You have to understand people come with baggages, okay? We all have baggage. That's not necessarily a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all went through life experiencing every type of situation, traumatic experiences, etc., etc. But you have to understand, especially like when you're in tune, when you're aware with yourself, most importantly, when you love yourself, then especially you have to be careful who you let around you. You know how they say, like, show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are? Now, there's a lot of truth in that quote. Why? Because you have to understand, it's all about mind states. It's all about ways of thinking and ways of doing. When you see a certain friend behaving a certain way, and you see that over time, you're gonna start thinking that it's normal. Especially like, for example, let's say it's bullshit behavior, it's some fucked up behavior. Over time, you're just gonna be like giving them grace, like, but that's just who they are. Oh, they don't mean it in a bad way, blah, 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 blah. And that can go so deep with so many deep bad behaviors, you know what I'm saying? But you just being around, you giving that person grace, you're like, oh no, you know, I know how they can be, blah, blah, blah. All is excuses, you know what I'm saying? You really have to be strict with that shit, because like other people's energy is gonna rub onto you, you know? And you really have to ask yourself, is that the type of energy you want to carry? You know what I'm saying? Like even with manifestations and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you have too many negative people, too many, I don't want to say bad people, but just not really people for your highest good around you, like it can fuck up your manifestations. It can fuck with your success, with your health too. Especially like, for example, in a relationship, you see it with people. When one person suddenly, no offense, starts getting ugly and stuff, it's because that person is not good for them, you know what I'm saying? And their body is sending them messages, you know what I'm saying? It's trying to like get them to notice, like, hey, this shit is not good for me. That's why you have to really stay clear and careful of who you let around you, you know? People come into your face smiling, but they have ill intentions. And that's why you gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying? People might say they want good for you, but do bad behind your back. So that's why you gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying? Like, love yourself and trust yourself, and that should be the bar of how people should treat you, you know what I'm saying? And when you see someone has fucked up behavior, man, sooner or later you're gonna have to let that person go, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it takes a lot for a motherfucker to change, you know what I'm saying? Change is not easy. Change is a conscious process that you have to keep doing, you know what I'm saying? Because the old patterns, the old ways of doing it are going to sooner or later call you, you know what I'm saying? So like, you really have to be grounded in that new version of who you want to be. And when you just have people around you that are leeches, that are parasites and stuff, and it doesn't even have to be resourceful wise, you know what I'm saying? It just could be of your energy, you know what I'm saying? People leech onto energies. People are energy vampires, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know. You call that person a friend, you call that person your lover, whatever, and the whole time that motherfucker secretly, you know what I'm saying, absorbing your energy, eating on your energy, you know? So we gotta be careful with that. Be careful who you let around your circle, you know what I'm saying? Because like, well, it's like the same thing with fruit, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you have a bag of apples, right? And one apple starts, you know what I'm saying, like dying, you know what I'm saying, starts composing or whatever the fuck the word is, you know? Like it gets bad, like it's dying basically. It's gonna affect the other apples too, you know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with humans, you know what I'm saying? If we stay around fucked up humans, we're gonna pick up their energies, we're gonna pick up their ways of thinking, also all the limitations, you know what I'm saying? I haven't even spoke about limitations with other people. Like, that's the worst part, especially if you want to achieve something, if you want to accomplish something. If you don't have people around you who want to accomplish something for themselves, man, they always gonna look at you, you know what I'm saying, envious and stuff, because it's gonna be like, why the fuck do you think you're better? But that way of thinking is even so wrong, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to want to better yourself. You're supposed to want to be the best version of yourself, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't have people around you who think like that, they're gonna make you feel weird for trying to achieve something, you know what I'm saying? So be careful who you keep around yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, the best company is always going to be you on your own with God. And then from there, of course, you know what I'm saying, see who you can open up to. We're, of course, in a world with 8 billion other people. We're not supposed to be alone all the time. But it's smarter to be alone in good company versus to be around people, but it's bad company, you know? With that being said, pick your friends wisely, pick your lovers wisely, your connections. all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Pick wisely who you want to keep around you, you know what I'm saying? And make sure it's beneficial to you. Beneficial not in a like specific, like in a resource way, you know, in a materialistic. Fuck that. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm speaking about just emotionally, energetically, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually. Do I feel good with this person? Is this person actually for my highest good? You know what I'm saying? And based on from there, you know what I'm saying, you take it however you see fit. I love you. Let's go.